Hello and welcome to the State of Play for August 8th. Is today the 8th? Today is the 6th. August the 6th of 2020. This State of Play will not have any like super big PS5 information they told us. It'll be focusing mainly on VR games as well as some third-party titles. So, we'll see what we get. I'm excited all the same. I love how the green great up until I hit go. Shifted again. The new green screen. We're getting used to it still. We're learning it out. But we'll get there. We'll get there. I think it's way better than the old one because you can't see cracks all in it as it got crinkled. This thing is incredible. But also I have to fold it up every time. And so that's a process. I have to learn how to do that. You may say, Trey, I didn't come here to hear you talk about your green screen. Well, that's okay because the show's going to start in a minute. But we only have 60 seconds to go until we get the State of Play. I think this is going to be like 40 minutes long. So like they're probably going to show off a lot of stuff. I need to have the docket ready over here for the podcast so that I can put everything in there that is announced. But it's going to be a big show, I think, even though it's just VR games. It's not going to have like and third party. It's not going to have a bunch of big PS5 news, but I think it'll show off some cool stuff. I think if they're going to go for that long, then it's got to be good, right? They're going to be showing off a bunch of stuff. It's not true, technically. It could be really bad, but I'm excited. I like these State of Plays a whole lot more than just, hey, we're going to talk about one game for the next 40 minutes, 20 minutes, and show you some footage. And like, sure, showing me footage of games is great, but when you're doing a show like this, show me some stuff. Let's get in depth, not just, hey, yeah, we're going to go take out that, we're going to do a little bit of combat in Ghost of Tsushima, or we're going to run around a little bit and Last of Us craft some stuff. We gotta turn it on? Grab my controller. So we can... There we go. I get the idea behind this, and I think it's clever. It's just also kind of boring every time, right? Okay. Starting off with Crash. All right.
Hey everyone, I'm Lou Studdard, producer at Toys for Bob, and I'm here to talk to you about Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Crash 4 is a direct sequel to Crash Bandicoot Warped. The devious villains, Neocortex and Dr. Entropy, have finally escaped their interdimensional prison, leaving an evil scientist-sized hole in the universe. Now they've got their eyes set on not only simply conquering this dimension, but all dimensions. And it's up to Crash and Coco to save the day. Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time is the first totally new game in the Crash Bandicoot series in over a decade. So for us at Toys for Bob, we felt that it was important to reintroduce longtime fans, as well as new players, to this amazing franchise. First, we made sure to incorporate the classic tense, precise, and perspective-shifting platforming that we all fell in love with.
Good.
And then, we wanted to introduce exciting new elements that we can't wait to show you today.
Okay.
We'll start with Insanity Beach. This is where Crash's adventure first started, and where we pick things up again in Crash 4. But there have definitely been changes since we first saw Insanity Beach all those years ago. And throughout Crash 4, you'll see those changes to our gameplay and even our art style. Our art teams wanted to take inspiration from not just the original games, but the animated cartoons that inspired those original games, all while also delivering bigger, more awe-inspiring dimensions to explore.
Sure.
Throughout Crash 4, you'll see wide-open new vistas, new character models, and lots of expressive animations. And with all of that also comes new additions to the platforming, like having the ability to wall run, rope swing, rail grind, and zip line as well.
Couldn't you already rope swing in Crash?
In the original trilogy, specifically Crash Warped, there were certain moments in the game where Crash would change outfits.
Yeah.
Think Crash wearing a biker jacket when riding a motorcycle. That seemed like a natural area for us to explore.
Now you can just have it whenever.
So we've loaded the game with tons of awesome skins that you can earn and wear throughout the game. Skins are totally cosmetic and a fun way to express yourself while playing the game. And just to be clear, there's no MTX here.
Nice.
Skins are
Okay,
earned by completing different challenges and earning gems within levels. Crash 4 also introduces the Quantum Masks, the powerful protectors of time and space. Crash and Coco will need their assistance throughout the game to tackle the crazy challenges that we're going to be throwing at the player. Whether it's Ika Ika, who gives you the ability to instantly flip your center of gravity at the press of a button, Kapunawa, who allows you to slow down the world around you,
Very cool.
Or Lonnie Lowly, who allows you to phase shift elements in and out of existence. Bending the rules of reality and altering your environment with these new masks is a must. We
Cool.
also can't wait to talk to you about the fourth mask, Akano, but that's gonna have to wait for another day. What we can tell you today, though, is that Crash isn't the only character you get to take control of during
Yeah,
this
you play
adventure.
Coco too, right?
For starters, you can play the entire game as Coco.
Okay,
Any
that's
level
really
that you
cool,
play as
actually.
Crash, you can also play as Coco. It was also very important for
Cool
us
to have
she
that
take
option.
a more prominent role in the story this time as well.
Yeah,
But
instead of
that's
just
not all.
randomly
We've
showing
got
up for
a few
levels.
Other characters that you'll get to control at key points in the adventure, so that
Okay.
they can provide their own fresh perspectives and new gameplay. Here you can see that you'll be taking control of Neo Cortex. He's all about using his blaster to
That's how you do it.
change an enemy in his path. In addition to playing as Cortex, we're excited to reveal that for the first time, you'll also get to tail slap your way through crates as Dingodile.
Yes.
You get to play as Dingodile in Crash 4.
All right. Yep. No,
Now, a
that's
lot
all
has
you needed
changed
to
in the
do.
years
Let me
since we
play as
last saw
Dingodile. I'm good.
In fact, he hung up his old flamethrower rocket launcher combo when he decided to retire from a life of villainy and open a diner.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Dingo, fortunately for us, his adventure begins by witnessing the destruction of said
Oh,
beloved
poor
diner
Dingo.
and getting sucked into another dimension.
Poor Dingodile.
Finally, there's one more surprise I'm incredibly excited to show you today.
Oh, this looks
The
cool.
Crash Bandicoot series has always been about finding new and exciting ways to play through the game. In the past, it's been about taking on time trials or discovering all the hidden
Oh no.
has always been about finding new
Okay,
and exciting
we're good.
ways to play through the game. In the past, it's been about taking on time trials or discovering all the hidden secrets. Well, for Crash 4, we wanted to bring something brand new to the table. So we teamed up with
really
our
like
friends
this.
at Beanox to create a brand new style of play for Crash 4 that we call inverted mode. It's our souped up, bumpa-berry fueled take on a mirror mode. Not only are perspectives
Okay.
shifted, but now each of the dimensions are rendered in a new and unique art style that really changes the look and feel of the experience.
I really
One
like
dimension
this.
could be asking you to traverse through a neon wasteland, while another tasks players with spinning paint all over the environment to see their path forward.
That's really cool.
We've even got one that feels like an old-timey movie, with the overcranked camera speed increasing the actual speed of gameplay as well.
Oh wow.
Once unlocked, players can replay all the game's levels with a totally new and dynamic look and feel. It's an incredibly fun feature that is going to give every player
Man, I like the
especially
that looks
completionists out
really
there,
nice.
a
I like
reason
that
to
a
revisit
lot.
each level again to see what new and exciting experiences in store for them. So that's some of the new stuff that we have in store for you in Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Experience the space and time-bending madness on October 2nd.
For a second. October 2nd. Coming up.
Today's State of Play is loaded with third-party updates for PS4 and PSVR, and some new PS5 gameplay too.
Cool.
We open the show with an all-new look at Crash 4, It's About Time, coming to PlayStation 4 on October 2nd.
Super
Now let's
cool.
keep the party going with the latest from IO
Hitman
Interactive.
3. Show me some Hitman. Show me some Hitman.
Besides, this is your big
Oh, Hitman VR.
mingle.
Hitman VR.
Don't worry about that. My art speaks for itself. Well, I have to go.
Hitman VR. I'm so in. Oh, I'm so into this. Can you subdue in VR? Oh boy. Play the entire world of Assassination Trilogy in VR. Oh man. Okay. I'm down for that. Braid. No way. No way. Braid? Oh my gosh, is this a new Braid? Okay, no, it's just the anniversary edition. Okay. For a second there, I was shocked.
We are happy to announce Braid Anniversary Edition. It's the classic puzzle adventure where you manipulate time, hand repainted.
This is a game
modern
that
high resolutions.
Many areas have been re-envisioned
Like-
to make them more unique, and it's even more like a living painting with brushstrokes animating the world.
I
There are
played
more than
so
9
much
pixels
of
for
this
each
game
pixel in the
back in the
original game.
day.
There are new animations for smoother motion,
Improved sound and music to enhance the mood, and many hours of developer commentary and interviews on subjects like puzzle design, programming, and visual art.
I played
we plan to
so
make it
much
the
of this
most
game back in
detailed
the day.
commentary in any game ever.
I
So if
really
you
want to
wanna
play
learn
just
how
for that
video games
commentary
work,
mode, honestly.
Braid Anniversary Edition will be a really good resource.
We hope you'll enjoy the game when it comes out early next year.
Wow. Very cool. I think this is a game that, like, a lot of people say it's one of the best games ever made. I don't know if I agree with that, but I do think it's very good. And I think more people should play it. I'm excited that more people will be able to now.
Hi everyone, this is Matt Nava from Giant Squid. I'm excited to share more with you today about our upcoming game, The Pathless.
Cool.
The Pathless is an open-world, mythic adventure game set in a vast forest. You play as the Hunter. The Hunter is a master of archery. She can shoot talismans to fill her dash meter, which allows her to bound across the landscape.
Okay.
Fluid, dynamic movement is at the core of the Pathless. So the game's unique take on archery is all about timing, not aiming down sights.
All right.
This design was critical to making it possible to shoot even while moving fast and performing acrobatic maneuvers.
I'm down for
You
moving
instantly
fast.
feel as skilled as the hunter herself.
I am super down for moving fast.
With help from the eagle, you can even fly. The bond between the hunter and the eagle is central in the Pathless. You can gain altitude while you glide
Okay.
by flapping.
It doesn't consume dash meter to fly. That's cool. That's going to open up a lot of possibilities when it comes to movement, too. It does, however, toss
Make sure you
feathers.
pet the
Okay.
eagle to keep it clean and in good flying condition.
I'm excited for this. This looks really cool.
You'll find secrets
Aw.
all over the island, if you know where to look. Collecting crystals will let you upgrade the eagle's ability to flap.
Very nice. Very cool.
You'll also discover larger puzzles to solve in ancient structures.
Very cool. Haven't seen anything of combat so far, but I don't know necessarily that we need combat for this. It seems to be more of like a puzzle-based adventure game.
The Pathless is all about finding your own way forward. So unlike most open world games, there's no map. Instead,
Oh.
the hunter can use her mask
Okay.
to peer into the spirit world and discover distant landmarks. It even shows you where you've been. Getting to higher vantage points will let you see further with spirit vision.
Okay. Not. I thought it was just going to
Giant
be
cursed
like
spirits, the source
exploration.
of the
It makes
darkness,
sense that it's an
will
open
pose
world,
a constant
but
threat to you on your quest. They will try to separate you from the eagle.
oh, no, there are enemies. Okay. All right.
Stay still in the light to avoid detection.
Monster has a really interesting design.
You won't be able to take on the cursed spirits until you've returned light to the obelisks.
Okay, this still looks really cool, though. Much as I'm fatigued of open world games, this looks really nice. It helps that it has this really interesting art style.
When the obelisks are restored, the cursed spirits will be vulnerable. Chase them down through the forest to corner them in a dramatic final battle.
That's cool. All right. Very cool. Very cool. I like this a lot. Not so tough when I got the eagle with me. Looks really cool. All right. Okay. I'm in.
The hunter and eagle will have to defeat the cursed spirits to bring light back to the world. I hope you've enjoyed this overview of the
Yeah, I'm in.
Pathless.
I'm in.
We've only scratched the surface. There's so much more to explore and discover. The Pathless is coming out later this year. Thanks for watching.
Very cool. I'm all for fluid movement for sure. All right.
Next up, let's see what's in store
Spelunky
for
2.
Spelunky 2.
Hi, my name is Derek Yu, and I'm the creator of Spelunky. For Spelunky 2, I wanted to make sure we made something that got old fans excited and also brought in new players.
Right.
It was important we didn't change the things that made Spelunky such a unique experience in the first place. So many people became fans of the game through their friends and family, and even strangers on the internet. That's one reason why we're adding online multiplayer, so that more people can play.
Online multiplayer is really good.
And I also wanted to include that feeling of community into Spelunky 2 itself to make sure that the game felt welcoming even though it's difficult. In Spelunky 2, when you do runs and discover new characters, you'll also be building an in-game community and family.
Oh, cool.
I designed the world of Spelunky 2 to feel much more rich and dynamic than Spelunky 1. It's going to feel a lot more full. Players will be able to explore and interact with it in lots of new ways. For example, you'll be able to ride turkeys and find hidden passageways.
Okay.
And you'll have to choose between branching paths as you make your way deeper into the caves.
All right. I never
As a
got
result,
super
the
into
stories
Spelunky 1.
players create will have much
Played a
more
lot of it,
texture.
but never got super into it.
Even after many, many hours of playing, I still have interesting runs that don't even go past the first area. In Spelunky 1, runs often centered around the shops and how you chose to interact with them. So in Spelunky 2, we've expanded the shopping experience and made them more nuanced and exciting.
Oh.
And also added new characters that can help you or hinder you. Given how amazing the Spelunky community is, it's hard to say how long it will take to find the deepest secrets. But I think the great thing about Spelunky is that the deepest secrets are the ones that even I don't know about. And there are lots of new things to play with that I hope players can use to push past the boundaries of what we, as the developers, know about the game. I have two types of favorite stories from Spelunky fans. First are when people are genuinely surprised by something that happened in the game. And second, the ones where people shared a fun experience with friends and family in multiplayer. These are the stories I wanted to expand upon in Spelunky 2.
Yeah, it makes sense.
They're really what guided my design choices. After releasing Spelunky, I knew there was a lot more that could be done with the concept and the world. Knowing that possibility was out there is what's been exciting for me and the rest of the team. In a lot of ways, when Spelunky 2 comes out, I want players to experience what we experienced making it. That feeling that there's something special there waiting for you to discover it. A big thanks to the fans who've waited patiently for us to finish Spelunky 2.
It's been a while, but it looks like it was worth
journey,
it.
But I think it's gonna be worth it.
Huh.
Thanks.
September 15th. All right.
We've got a bunch of new PS4 updates to share with you, starting with a closer look
Genshin
at Genshin
Impact.
Impact.
Its art style still looks really good.
There's something strange over there. Come on, let's take a look.
Okay. I still really like the look of this. Like a lot. Oh, boy. I'm still not sure what this game is.
If you cannot bring yourself to kill, speak my name.
That looks really cool, though.
What is this disturbance to which I awaken?
That wolf is really cool. Like, very, very cool.
You can get away. Time for takeoff.
Genshin Impact. This autumn 2020. All right.
Sentient filth. I claim your mind for the Void Armada. Gods have squealed for my mercies. Who are you to stand in the way of my vengeance?
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't remember the name of this, but we saw this before. It still looks really good.
Mission of yours. What a waste of stardust.
Look at how incredible that art style is.
Go all out or go home, Emperor.
Yeah, this still looks incredible. And I can't. There are no words for how good this looks, man. This art style is incredible. I want to play this so badly.
You should have remained dead.
Aeon. That's it. Aeon must die. 21. Still coming. Okay. This looks interesting. No. Interesting art style for sure. Okay. I like the music too. It's pretty good. Okay. No mutation
Time
in?
to talk bug snacks. Let's check out some gameplay footage captured from PS5.
My invitation is open.
Yeah, tell me some stuff about bug snacks.
Island of bug snacks.
Oh.
Wow, that's your new lead? Another monster hunt? Elizabeth Megafig is a two-bit con artist. Don't tell me you actually believe this half-baked nonsense. I swear, if you chase this bug snack story...
This is not where I thought this was going.
You're the journalist. Lisbeth said you'd be coming. There's a bug snack right over there. Do me a favor and take my snack trap.
Stranger, I could use your help. This bunger goes wild for ketchup. Use it to lead the bunger over yonder.
I want you to use that journalistic instinct to find out what my favorite bug snack is. And feed it to me, obs.
How's my little sprout doing? He misses Papa? Oh, of course he does.
Well, I have a few prototype traps that I could put to use.
I mean, it looks interesting for sure.
Stuff, and nobody hates you yet. You can catch bug snacks and bring everybody back to Snacksburg.
Well...
Okay.
Say you do find these bug snacks and make it back alive. You just might keep your job. Now get going and try not to fall off a cliff.
What I'm really excited for... Oh, boy. Pizza Raw. What I'm really excited for every time I see a Bug Snacks trailer is that Jeff Bacalar's child can react to it again.
There's a lot more in store. Let's start with an update on an eagerly awaited
Vader
PlayStation
Immortal. We did not get a release date on Bug Snacks, though.
The Force is strong with you.
Okay. I'm always down for more Star Wars VR.
You must stop Vader.
I don't understand why you never mentioned that you had the Force.
Huh. Very cool. Star Wars VR series. Be a date, August 25th. Oh boy.
Whatever you do, stay in the light.
Yep. Control DLC. I really loved Control. What is it? Expansion 2. Oh, August 27th. That really looks a little bit like Alan Wake at the end there, but I don't think it was him. Okay, listen, it's auto chess. depends on what the game built around it is. But I could play an auto chess just on its own, not attached to any other IP. Yep. Auto chess, October 35th. First. Yeah. Okay. All right. Seems interesting. Seems like a cool idea for a puzzle game. Oh, wow. Yeah, this seems pretty cool. The Pedestrian, January 2021.
Now let's take a look at 2 new games headed to PS5.
Okay.
We are the forest shadows. Ghosts, running silently between the straight, cold lines of a corrupt state.
Quieting down, don't shed a tear.
They count, ration, manipulate.
There's a wolf in the night and he's talking.
They've taken everything from those they claim to protect.
When the statesmen ravage and
Authority and steel will not stop us.
Is this a new,
We aren't an invading army.
oh, what is it called? Thief? Is this new Thief?
We are wraiths. We bypass defenses and strike at the heart.
The ghost of the forest, the wraith of the night.
No, maybe not.
He'll be by your side. The stag is heavy, it's the archer's eye.
We take back what was stolen,
When the hood's bow flies
and the people call us heroes.
from the dead of night.
To others, we are rivals.
Okay. So is it a
We are all
hood? Outlaws and Legend. So is it like 2 teams, but also PvE?
Legends.
When hood's bow flies from the dead of night.
Interesting. Oh, Tim. So this won't be the full release, right? Or will the game fully be out by then? Because, like, it's still EA on Steam. For a second there, it looked like that was just a single Tim battle mode, which I had not seen in the game anywhere when I was playing. I should check it out again after all these updates. I'm not a huge fan of something about the color palette just doesn't work for me. I know a lot of people love it, but Tim up.
Before we wrap
2021.
up, let's take a tour of Godfall. We've got new PS5
Sure,
gameplay
show me some
for this
Godfall stuff.
melee-focused action epic launching this holiday.
Looks like you got one more thing after this too. I'll be honest, Randy Pitchford has soured me a lot on the idea of Godfall. From how he was talking about how it was going to be the first ever looter slasher.
Hello. My name is Keith Lee.
It's like, well, that's
and I am
technically
the
what
game director
Diablo
for
is, I
Godfall.
guess, but you know.
On behalf of Counterplay Games, we are very excited to share gameplay with you today and to offer you a glimpse into the mystical
So the last time we
world
saw
of
gameplay,
Godfall.
it was really rough.
Today, you'll be seeing extensive gameplay captured on a PlayStation 5 development kit. Please keep in mind that the game is still a work in progress, and some things may change from the final product as we continue to learn and harness the power of Sony's next-generation console. Please enjoy.
Okay.
So let's jump right into what Godfall is. Godfall is a looter slasher that features intense action, satisfying moment-to-moment combat, and robust.
They can't just say loot action.
progression
They gotta come
You
up
can
with their
enjoy
own
the game
name
at
for
your
it.
own pace, playing alone, or through online co-op with up to 2 additional teammates. Godfall is set in a brand new high fantasy universe filled with heroic knights, arcane magic, and forbidden realms. The world is split up into the elemental realms of earth, water, air, and fire.
Okay.
Godfall is a complete package. All loot and gear in the game are acquired or unlocked through gameplay.
That's good.
There are no microtransactions. No waiting for content. It's all in the game on day one.
Okay.
As you adventure, you'll get to tear through enemies to challenge a mad god who awaits you at the top. You play a Valorian knight, a godlike warrior able to equip valor plates, legendary armor sets that transform you into an unstoppable master of melee combat.
That's how you get me, is by
Throughout
having a
your
bunch of
journey,
cool armor
you'll
sets
find
that I can
ancient
equip.
valor plates lost in time, each with their own characteristics and long history. Now let's talk about gameplay in Godfall.
Sure.
First, our team wanted to do something different. We wanted to combine action RPG loot progression with third-person melee combat to create what we think is a looter slasher. Our game is therefore one part gear-driven and one part player skill-driven. In other words, not only do we want you to find exquisite weapons with powerful loot traits, but we
Yeah.
also want you to have that feeling of accomplishment for mastering the wide set of combat mechanics available to you in Godfall.
So you mean like
From a combat philosophy perspective,
Diablo,
the melee combat in Godfall
Kingdoms
is
of
intended
Amalur,
to be fluid, dynamic,
Fable.
and interactive, embracing offense over defense. More often than not, you'll be facing multiple enemies at the same time. As a result, you should always be moving and closing the gap on enemies. Also, you dominate the combat space, not the enemies, and the game rewards you for being aggressive. Now that
Sure.
you're familiar with the combat philosophy, let's dig into the weapons.
I just find this to be very much like we're doing a thing nobody's
In
ever
Godfall,
done
there are
before.
5 weapon classes.
And it's like, no,
The
that's not
longsword,
true though. And again, part of that is because
dual
of Randy
blades,
Pitchford himself. Like, I'll freely admit that. Randy Pitchford has burned me
polearm,
on this game already. But
the two-handed warhammer,
that looks cool.
and the two-handed greatsword.
Okay.
Each
Tell me
weapon
some of
class
each, yeah.
has their own unique movesets and play styles, ranging from fast combos to more strategic, deliberate play. As you defeat enemies in your adventures, you will acquire numerous weapons. For each weapon category,
shield throw's really
each
nice.
weapon with their own primary and
Did
secondary
he switch weapons
traits.
mid-combat?
At
Mid-combo?
a later date, we will delve into the weapon classes
Okay,
and how to
well.
modify them in greater detail. For now, we'll go over the dual blades and the longsword weapon classes.
The dual blade combo
blades
was
are
nice.
the fastest weapon class in Godfall, embodying speed, fluidity, and mobility. The dual blades are exceptional against soft, unarmored targets or single targets. You can perform a combo by executing 4 consecutive light attacks. The dual blades heavy
Yep.
attack is a spinning blade cyclone. The blade cyclone can also be used as a finisher at the end of your light attack combo.
Feels very Monster Hunter.
So what are the signature moves?
Which I would
for
also say
dual
is a
blades?
looter slasher.
As you build up charge, you can also activate Inner Focus, which is unique to the dual blades, which inflicts massive damage in a short period of time. There's also Mortal Coil, where you can throw your blade in into
That's
an
cool.
enemy, pulling the enemy towards you like pulling a cable. Now let's switch to the longsword weapon class.
Like, it's really funny to
Longswords
me,
are balanced weapons,
and I hate to
embodying
just keep
crisp
bashing on this.
damage,
It's really
simple
funny to me, the
cooldowns
idea
without
of
needing a lot of elaborate
we're
combo
doing this for the
setups.
first time while they use
Similar
the
to
same
dual
names
blades,
as
longswords have
Monster
their own
Hunter.
4-hit light attack combo. Then there's the
Like, this is
heavy
the dual
attack
blades.
finisher, which can be
This is
used
the
at the end of
longsword.
your light attack combo. There are 3 signature moves for the longsword class. There's Spectral Flurry, which cannot be interrupted and deals high damage to multiple nearby targets.
Cool.
Then there's Spiral Technique, which eviscerates all enemies in a straight fixed path. Notice there's a white flash after a longsword swing called a timing attack.
Okay.
If you press the shield button exactly at the same time, you'll perform a devastating shield uppercut with your longsword.
Cool.
The shield is a core part of Godfall. It's available to you throughout the entire game. You can always block incoming attacks with your shield. If you press the shield button at the right time,
Combat looks
you
good,
can
though. Don't get
also
me wrong.
parry
Combat
an
does look
attack.
good.
You can perform a light attack after a last-second shield block to counterattack with a powerful shield strike.
Oh, it's a Souls riposte.
Shield
Okay.
is great not just for defense, but also offense. You can aim and throw your shield, which will hit multiple nearby targets. If you tap the shield button just as you catch your shield, you can perform a powerful wave attack. You can double tap the shield button to petrify enemies. And of course, you can perform an R3 ground finisher on enemies that
Nice.
will knock down to the ground.
Okay. Boss fights look pretty cool. Big build up on that. I wonder if they're showing the person getting hit to show, like, it's okay to take damage. But I don't see, like, a health bar or anything anywhere. So how do you know when you've taken too much damage? Okay.
We hope you enjoyed our first walkthrough video of Godfall running on the PlayStation 5.
Sure.
We also want to thank all the fans for their endless support since our initial reveal back in December. We have a few more surprises coming down the road, such as details on loot and progression, and are eager to share more with you on our way to launch this holiday season. We hope that you will join our Godfall community on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you.
Sure. I guess Godfall's gonna round it out then.
That's a wrap. We hope
Yep.
you enjoyed this peek into the future of PlayStation. See you next
All right.
time.
All right. Well, let's go over what we got. We got the Crash 4 news was really cool. No microtransactions is a big thing. All the skins you can get by playing through the game. That was great. Really excited about that. Spelunky 2 looks really good. The online multiplayer is really cool. Glad to hear about that. Genshin Impact still looks incredible. I still don't know what that game is. Probably an MMO. It looked like it was probably an MMO. But still looks fun. And